upon him while he is eating.
Now watch this. Here come.
He shall flee from the iron weapon.
He shall, put it on the screen. He shall flee from the, that's the iron weapon. The same weapon that Oppenheimer came up with. Read it again.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
The bow of steel shall strike him through. Go ahead.
It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
It is drawn, it cometh out of the body. Not that one yet. Go back. Not that yet. Go back to the, yes. Read it again.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Here come.
It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
The body is talking about is the earth. Many of these missiles are in the earth, in their silos. Go ahead.
Yea, the glittering sword.
That's the glittering sword. Go ahead.
Cometh out of his gall. Terrors.
Shalom, all praise, honor, the glory go to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, peace and the safety go to the hopeful elect and all the sincere Akim out there, those scattered to the four corners of this wicked earth rule under the rulership of Esau Edom. Now, what you just saw in the clip was the mighty Nathaniel of the IUIC, private interpreting Job, the book of Job, chapter 20, dealing with the glittering sword. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the precepts and give you the understanding, the correct understanding, and debunk and expose that lie that you just heard the mighty Nate teach concerning the glittering sword. So this is Job chapter 20, and I'll start at verse 24. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, referring to what? The iron weapon, the bow of steel, the glittering sword. The glittering sword come out of his gall, and terrors are upon him. And terrors are upon him, and all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him, and it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. Now, dealing with the bow of steel, dealing with the iron weapon, which is the glittering sword. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you some precepts and expose that false doctrine, man. So the first precept, well, before I do that, let's look up the word glittering sword. Let's see what it's referring to according to the definition. As you can see on your screen, it's H1300, H1300. So let's look it up. If you see on your screen, it says lightning, glittering sword. It says here, lightning, a flashing arrowhead, referring to lightning, man. A flashing sword, bright, glittering lightning. Okay? So this is what the glittering sword, that iron bow, is referring to, man. It's not referring to nuclear missiles, man. It's not dealing with the so-called white man and his ICBM missile hoax, man. So now that we see what the glittering sword is referring to, let's go back. Let's see. And get some precepts and bring it out, man, and show you the correct understanding of what the glittering sword is, man, because that's a private interpretation. The glittering sword being Esau missiles is a private interpretation, man. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and let's pick up at verse 40. Let's pick up at verse 40. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I wet my glittering sword in my hand and take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance. See, this is how the Lord brings his vengeance. All right, through his weapons of indignation. Okay, not through Esau and his fake missile hoax, man. All right, his fake missile program. All right, so it says, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and I will reward them that hate me. Verse 42, I will make my arrows. See, that's the Lord's arrows, the glittering sword. All right, that's what Job was referring to, man. Wasn't referring to Esau missiles, man. Now let's look up this glittering sword right here in chapter 41. Let's see if it's referring to Esau missiles. As you can see, H1300, and it's referring to the lightning. All right, the lightning, glittering sword of flashing arrows. All right, a flashing sword, lightning. So that's what the scriptures is referring to, man. Not what Nate is talking about, man. That's a private interpretation. So verse 42, and I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. So that's how their flesh going to be devoured. That's how their flesh going to be consumed. Pursuant to the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, it says, and that with the blood of the slain of the captives from the beginning of revenge upon the enemies, rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants and render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto the land and to his people. So that's the understanding of what the glittering sword is, man. It's not referring to no goddamn missiles, man. These guys are false prophets, man. Okay, so I'm going to get some more precepts, man, and I'm going to continue to expose and debunk these lies, man. That's taught in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So expose the lies using the precepts, man. Okay? So let's go to Nahum, the prophet. And chapter 3, and we'll pick up at the top. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery, and prey departeth not. The noise of the whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots, referring to the angels now, the horsemen, those same horsemen in Revelation 9, those same horsemen in Joel chapter 2, lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. The bright sword and the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain. So this is what the Lord is going to use to consume the flesh of his adversaries, man. To bring destruction upon the nations. He's not going to use no goddamn missiles, man. And there's a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses. By the way of what? The glittering spear, which is what? The weapons of the Lord's indignation, man. It's not referring to the Oppenheimers, man. It's not referring to ICBM nuclear missiles. All right? It's not dealing with none of that, man. Let's look up the glittering spear. Let's see what it's referring to, man. See if it's talking about missiles, man. Now, as you can see on your screen, H1300, man. Okay, dealing with what? Dealing with what? The lightning, man. As you can see on your screen, dealing with the lightning, not missiles, man. Okay, glittering sword. Okay, so that's the correct understanding of what the prophet Job was referring to, man. Nate is a private interpreter, man. All right. So it says the horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there's a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses. So the Lord don't need Esau missiles. Okay, the Lord has his own missiles, man, which are lightning, man, which is referred to as the glittering sword, man. So it says, and there is none end of their corpses, and they stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of whoredoms and of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft. And that's what Nate was doing, man. That's witchcraft, man. That's literal witchcraft and sorcery, man. All right, that's a bait and switch, man. He read the scripture and then show you a image, man. That's the same witchcraft that the so-called white man used to basically push his lies and his deception throughout the whole earth, man. All right, that's why all you people believe that the Bible is referring to the so-called white man missiles, man, because of the witchcraft and the sorcery, man. And that's what that was, man. That's an example of what you saw in the clip of Nate breaking down Job chapter 20. That was an example of witchcraft, man. Okay? It says of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft. See, he get that from his father, the devil, man. That's where he learned that from. It says that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirt upon thy face. And her skirt is being discovered, man. All right, through the knowledge and wisdom of the scriptures, man. Okay? Not through those images that these guys show you of Esau and his missiles, man. All right, like I told you in previous videos, these guys are just historians, man. They haven't received the Holy Spirit through the power of Yahweh Shai and receive the understanding of what the prophecies is referring to, man. The mysteries of the scriptures, man. All right, remember those mysteries is given by the way of Yahweh Shai supping with you through the Holy Spirit, man. All right, so it says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. All right, so that's more understanding of what Job was referring to when he spoke of the glittering sword, man. All right, not no goddamn missiles, man. Okay. So the indignation of the Lord is coming by the way of the Lord himself, man, not by no goddamn white man. All right, so let's get some more precepts and continue to expose the lies, man. All right, because that's what we're commanded to do. So let's go to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3. Habakkuk chapter 3. And let's pick up at verse 11. It says, the sun and the moon stood still in their habitation, and the light of thy arrows they went, and at the shining of the glittering spear. That's not referring to missiles, man. All right, let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look it up, man, and get some understanding, man. The glittering spear. As you can see on your screen, H1300, man. Dealing with what? The lightning, man. Dealing with the lightning. That's your glittering sword, man. Not no goddamn missiles, man. Okay? So it says, thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thrash the heathen in anger. Thrash the heathen in anger. Dealing with the weapons of the Lord's indignation, man. Okay? So that's the understanding, man. Don't let these guys trick you with their sorcery, man. Because that's all it is, sorcery, man. Remember John 8:44, ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do, man. All right? He's referred to as the father of lies, man. And these guys have adopted the same witchcraft as they father the devil, man, and pushing it as the Lord's word, pushing it as prophecy. So I'm gonna go to the book of Psalms now. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 77. Psalms chapter 77. Let's expose the lies. Let's expose the lies, man. As you notice, I don't need any imagery. All right. I don't need any imagery. All I need to do is read the scriptures and show you the Lord's vision. All right. So this is Psalm 77 and 16. It says, the waters saw thee, O power, the water saw thee. They were afraid. The depths also were troubled. The clouds poured out water. The sky sent out a sound. Thy arrows also went abroad. So there go your intercontinental ballistic missiles right there, man. The Lord's arrows, man. The Lord's arrows. All right, those the arrows that's gonna be sent abroad, man. Not no damn Esau missiles, man. All right, and none of you guys in Israel is teaching this, man. All right, you teaching about the so-called white man missiles, man. You teaching lies, man. Remember, it says no prophecy, knowing this first. So this the first thing you need to know, that no prophecy of the scriptures or any private interpretation, man. All right, and what you saw in that clip was a private interpretation. That was an example of Nate mating the Lord's word with Esau imagery, man. Trying to mate it, and that's a form of sorcery, man. And all those people, and all you people that believe in that garbage, you're under Nate's spell, man. That's witchcraft, man. All right? So verse 17 again, the clouds pour out water. The skies sent out a sound. Thy arrows also went abroad. That's your intercontinental ballistic missiles right there, man. Verse 18, the voice of thy thunder was in the heavens. The lightnings lighted the world, and the earth trembled and shook. What is that? Earthquakes, man. If you ask these niggas, they'll tell you that's the earth shaking to and fro from a nuclear missile explosion, man. From a nuclear missile explosion, man. The earth trembled and shook by the way of the Lord, man. Called earthquakes, man. Okay? Called earthquakes, man. So this is the understanding, man, of what the Lord's arrows is, the glittering sword, all right, the iron bow, okay? It's the weapons of the Lord, man. They don't got nothing to do with Esau, man. Absolutely nothing to do with Esau, all right? That's a ridiculous doctrine, man, okay? And you people that's believing in that, man, is you're going to be destroyed at the coming of Yahushua, man. So let's stay in the book of Psalms. Let's get Psalms 144. 144. And this is only for the 144. The elect, man. All right? Those will be the only ones that's able to receive this heavenly knowledge, man. Okay? Because this knowledge that I'm reading out of the scriptures, the understanding that I'm giving you, is heavenly, man. Okay? Not that carnal bullshit that those niggas is teaching, man. Okay? So this is Psalms 144 and verse 5. It says, bow thy heavens, O Lord, come down, touch the mountain, and they shall smoke. Referring to the volcanoes, man. This is the weapons of the Lord's indignation, man. The earthquakes, the glittering sword, all right? The volcanoes, the brimstone, the hailstones, man. Not the madness that you guys teaching now. It says, cast forth lightnings. Cast forth lightnings. Meaning shoot thy arrows, man. All right? This is your missiles right here, man. And scatter them. Shoot thy arrows and destroy them. So there's the arrows that's going to be shot. That's going to destroy the nations, man. Okay? Not the bullshit that these niggas are teaching, man. Okay? That shit is ridiculous, man. That's a form of witchcraft. That's sorcery, man. All right? A bait and switch, man. That's why you have to show you those images, man. That's why those images is so important, man. The same way the so-called white men have been doing for centuries, man. Okay? So let's go back to the book of Job, chapter 20. And we're going to read it with some understanding, man. All right? We're going to read Job 20 with understanding, man. Without any private interpretations, man. So this the understanding. This is what you guys supposed to be teaching. All right? People to fear the Lord, man. Remember, that's the beginning of receiving this knowledge, man. All right? So it says, Job chapter 24. And I start at 23. And it says, when he's about to fill his belly, the power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. You see? The Lord going to cast the fury of his wrath, his anger, his indignation upon him, man. Not use his missiles, all right? Which is all a hoax, okay? You don't have that type of capability, all right? So it says, and shall rain it upon him while he's eating. So the Lord going to use his wrath to rain upon the so-called white man. He shall flee from the iron weapon. What is the iron weapon? And the bow of steel. We already know, according to the precepts, that's the arrows of the Lord. But let's prove it. And he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yeah, the glittering sword, man. Cometh out of the gall, and terrors are upon him. Terrors are upon him. Terror from the hand of the Lord, man. And all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him, man. So that's what's going to consume Esau, man. All right? Referring to Zechariah, the book of Zechariah, chapter 14. Okay? Not no goddamn nuclear missiles. Let's read that right quick. Let's see what's Zechariah chapter 14 and 12. Zechariah chapter 14 and 12. It says, and this shall be the plague which the Lord shall smite the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So let's go back to the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse, I believe 25, Salakia, 26, and all darkness, it says, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him, and it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. So now we know what's going to consume him, pursuant to the precepts that we read, man. Not the images that these niggas show you, man. That's witchcraft, man. All you people out there, all you Israelites, non-Israelites, if you in agreements with that doctrine, All right, you're under a literal spell. All right, you have to go search the scriptures, and in the scriptures, all right, in the scriptures, you're gonna get the vision, that the Lord, the vision of the Lord, not through no goddamn images, man. It say the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The earth shall rise up against the so-called white man. Okay? The earth, man. Not no damn man-made missiles, man. The earth, man. The elements, man. The Lord's creation, man. All right? He created all these things for vengeance, man. Okay? Disease, pestilence, hailstones, brimstone, fire and brimstone, the glittering sword, man, the teeth of wild beasts. All right. So it says the earth gonna rise up against him, man. All right, not no man-made missiles. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of the wicked man of God. All right, so this is the portion, man. The indignation, the weapons of the Lord indignation, man. Not no goddamn Oppenheimers, all right? Not no man-made missiles, okay? But the weapons of the Lord indignation, and it says, in the heritage appointed unto him by God, man. So that's the correct understanding, man. All right, and we got to expose these lies, man. We have to use the precepts, man. All right? We have to use the precepts, man, and we have to push this to the four corners of the earth, man. Because through the truth of what's written in the Bible is how the elect is going to ultimately be sealed. Not through these niggas' lies, man. All right, and that's why the end haven't come yet, man. Because it tells you in Revelation 7, man, once the elect seal with the truth that's written up, that's coming out of the Bible, the correct understanding, then Yahweh Shai will let loose those angels, man, to bring that wind, that destruction that's described as wind. All right, him holding back the winds. Okay, he'll let those angels loose to bring the destruction, man, that the elect is longing for, man. But these guys are fulfilling the lust of their father, man. They helping this kingdom go on and on, man. As long as you continue to teach these lies and push these lies, all right? That's you working on behalf of the so-called white man. You fulfilling the lust of your father, the devil, man. So y'all guys got to wake up, man, and teach the fear of the Lord, man. All right? Remember, that's the beginning of receiving the knowledge, man. You got to have the fear of the Lord, man. All right? Not the fear of the so-called white man and what he can do, man. All right? Remember, he's a liar, man. So whatever he presented before us of whatever capabilities that he claimed to have, it's all a lie, man. It's all a lie, man. This the truth, man. Of what's coming out the Bible. That's the truth, man. So that's the point, man. I wanted to debunk and expose that missile lie. All right, and I got more videos coming, all right, to give you the understanding of other precepts that these guys use to push that lie, that ICBM missile lie. So basically, that's the point, and with that, I'm going to say shalom.